Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
It's been a difficult few weeks for all of us, I know. And I had a real good speech written to give tonight, and I don't think I'm going to give it because someone told me today to speak from the heart, and I think that that's appropriate. Rabbi Friedman said to me the other day when he was in my office, and I said, "Hello, Rabbi." And he said to me, "Just once, I'd like for you not to say Rabbi. I'd like to be Hello, Yossi." So I know I've got a job to do, and you know what you're going to hear from me tonight. But right now, humor me and pretend like I'm just a member of the congregation. I'm Danny Cohn, and I'm here to share some thoughts with you. I love Israel. My love affair began in 1997 when I made my first trip there, and I came back who I am. I visited the wall. I put a note in asking God to grant me and bless me with a family and a child, and here I am. And I keep going back, and I ask for things, and Israel is that Ner Talmid. It lights up. God is there waiting for you. And the last time I was there, second to last time I was there, was November of 2019. I had met some of you by that point multiple times, and I really wanted to leave for profit and devote my service to the Jewish people. And I had been here for interviews, and I had been back and forth. And I went to Israel, and I said, "I have done all that I can do. It is in God's hands now." And I wrote a note in the wall, and I put it in, and then I left. And I was headed back to the hotel, and I had left my cell phone there, and I'm horrible at directions, and I'm wandering around, and I take a wrong turn, and I end up in front of the Alabama store. True story. And God spoke to me again. Israel has always given me what I have gone to ask for. And it's through Israel that I communicate with God. I was supposed to be in Israel on October 6th, but through the luck of the draw, things changed, and I ended up needing to be here for a Federation program on the 7th, the 8th, Monday. So the night of the 6th, with Nora and Andrew in Chicago, I started packing for my trip that would no longer be. And I was awoken in the morning, very, very early, by Andrew's uncle with a text saying, "I hope you're taking a bulletproof vest." And at this point, I had no idea what he was talking about. Sometimes he's got a weird sense of humor, and I turned on the TV to see what was going on, and I thought to myself, this can't be true. This is going to be a skirmish. It'll be over in a few hours. We will be done. I will get on that plane. I will go to Israel, and once again, I will reunite with God. I'm not there. So, the 7th, as a Jewish professional, was a strange day. I had been through crisis here before. Remember, I got here 5 days before COVID. This is not something new in crisis patrol. But I sat on my couch in my pajamas, and all of a sudden it was night. I don't know where the day went. I can't tell you that I had anything to eat. I don't remember walking the dog. I probably didn't, poor Lucy. But it was night. And at the end of the night, I couldn't hear God anymore. Sometimes you lose that connection. And I know God is busy. I know that for this Jewish boy in Birmingham, Alabama, he's got bigger things on his mind. So we swung into action, as Jewish professionals do, and got on our agency and synagogue calls and made sure our security was up, enhanced, and nothing could happen to the Jews of Birmingham. Not on my watch, not on Rabbi's watch. And through wonderful partners at our agencies and synagogues, we tarried on that week, unsure of what to do or what would unfold. And then last Friday, I came to shul at Bethel, at a beautiful combined Shabbat service, and I heard, quite possibly, the best sermon I've heard Rabbi Wright give. And I sent him a text after Shabbos to tell him. And I don't have to repeat it because you heard it. We're Jewish. There is no Reform, there is no Conservative, there is no Haredi, there is no Orthodox, there is nothing. We are Jews, and we are bound together by our peoplehood and the land, and that is how we must approach our lives here moving forward. And I ran into a dear friend that night, and she goes, "Danny, you look heartbroken." I was. I was still waiting to hear from God. I was still waiting to hear that we were going to be okay. Go through the weekend, and we don't talk about the war in my house. Let me be very clear. I've got an 8-year-old whose first question after she had heard an inkling was, how are Mayan and Zohar, the Shinshanim? That was her first thought at 8 years old, and we assured her that they were safe, and she went on her way. And a beautiful program here, Peter and the Wolf, on Sunday, and we had a family day that was much needed. So I go to work, and I continue. Where are you? Show me that you are here. Guide me and help me shape what we are going to do here. We are floating out here on an island alone. And then I'm at the gym. God comes in the most unlikely of places. I go to the gym every morning. Kind of helps me clear my head. It's also required by my doctor. Don't love it, but I go. And I'm on the rowing machine. Also something that I don't love, but I have to do. And I hit play on my music, and I have a workout playlist. Like this is something I need to get my beats in, right? Everyone knows that to go to the gym, you listen to something slow, it's no good. So I'm rowing, and all of a sudden, my phone bleeps. And I'm not a cantor by any means, but I'm going to tell you what God said to me on Wednesday while I was rowing at the Jewish Community Center. Who can retell the things that befell us? Who can count them? In every age, a hero or sage came to our aid. Hark, in days of yore in Israel's ancient land, brave Maccabees led the faithful band. Now as one Israel must arise, redeem itself through deed and sacrifice. And then I knew that God had sent me that. I knew that he was waiting for that exact moment where my head was clear and he could say to me, who can retell the things that befell us? We have been through this before. We boo Haman at Purim. We talk about crossing out of Egypt. We know as Jews how to do it. We can retell the things that befell us. We can count them, and we will continue as long as we are Jewish to retell and count them. But here's the difference, and this is where it hit me. In every age, a hero or sage came to our aid. We are in an amazing time of modern Jewry with the strength and power of the Jews of the diaspora. Never in such a crisis has there been such great numbers outside of Eastern Europe, outside of Israel, to give the support. We are the hero and sages that Israel needs right now. And all of Israel must as one arise. We're doing that. We must arise, redeem ourselves through deeds like coming to Shabbat services, like wearing this blue ribbon, like writing our senators and congressmen, like turning our social media blue, like reaching out to friends and neighbors. These are deeds that we have to do. We are Jews. We don't have the love of many nations. We have the love for each other. And as my grandmother used to tell me, Jews take care of Jews. I have seen this in the last 2 weeks, that Jews take care of Jews, even when our friends have remained silent. And there are friends that have ran up and given us hugs, and thank God for the righteous Gentiles. But Jews take care of Jews. And sacrifice. We can't go and fight. Unless you're a doctor, you can't go volunteer right now. They need our help. They need our money to rebuild one brick at a time. It is going to be rough for all of us. I wouldn't ask you to do anything that I wouldn't do myself, and I am here to tell you that Andrew and I doubled our campaign pledge to send to the state of Israel, and that is a tax on my family. Nora will not go on spring break, poor Nora. But you know something? She's going to have Israel. She's going to have it, and we are going to make sure that we are there. I'm asking you all to consider doing the same. Many of you have given to the campaign, and I thank you for it. But I'm here to ask you to give until it hurts. What is the price that you can put on a Jewish homeland? What's the price? I can't name it. I don't think there's enough money in the world to buy it. I'm asking you, go without a cleaning lady for a week. Maybe put off your new car. Don't go on spring break. Because at the end of the day, if there are no Jewish people and there is no Israel, it is not worth it. We are facing an existential crisis, as my friend Steve Brickman has reminded me. Without Israel, there will be no free, democratic world. They are the light and the beacon that shines, that makes sure that the rest of the world stands up straight. God spoke, and I listened. So on Monday, I will be joined by Steve Green, and we will be getting on a plane to go to Israel. We are going on a solidarity mission to stand with our brothers and sisters and witness firsthand the impact that our dollars take. And I am asking you, I am pleading with you, send me with money. Send me with love, and let me go and show that Birmingham cares. Not just a little, not just somewhat, but that Birmingham understands that Israel is a light to the nations and one that we must love and protect. If I am not myself, who will be for me? Am Yisrael Chai and Shabbat Shalom.